Okay, since I have to be fast today, I'm jumping on quick. Happy St. Valentine's Day for all you married guys and guys with girlfriends. Everybody else, it's a free day. Just don't go out to eat tonight because you're not going to get in anywhere. All right, Timeless is on. Centroid, how you doing, man? I jumped on right away when I saw you on there. We got sound going. Looks like the looks good. Timeless Truths is on. And Steve Dawson in the house. So we got a good start right there. Man, if we could just leave it right here, I'd be happy as all get out. I think, Valentine. What's up with Valentine? What do they call that in Canada? Eskimo Day? Eskimo Kiss Day? Oh, Centroid's in New York, though. Rick Caliber in the house. Centroid, how is the year going for you, man? Hallmark holiday. All right, you're not supposed to eat while you're on, but I don't care. It's protein. Yeah, Hallmark holiday. That's what they call it. A little Mountain Dew to knock it down. I love that. Invisible Mountain Dew. Yep. Made up by the card company just to fleece us with cash. I got smart this year. We're going to go shopping. We're going to go on. So I won't be around this weekend. If I do any any kind of filming, it'll be in a city location. So we'll see how that works out. Haven't done much drone work in the city, so we'll have to look and see. The location should be good, though. The airport is in Salt Lake City is where I'm going to be, is far enough away where it's, we're right next to giant mountains again. I mean, Salt Lake City's right next to the Rocky Mountain Range, the Wasatch Range, and it's, there's, 20,000 foot peaks. So perfect place for drones. But Rick Halber in the house. All right. Oh man. So, a lot of movement. Of course, I wanted to recognize that guy over there. It was 10K celebration. Guys, anytime anybody on YouTube reaches 10K, it's a big deal. So, it is a big deal. I support his channel. He's making huge strides to uplift his messages and to getting back to basically what he does best, which is talk about drones and talk about technology and do some funky stuff with tinkering with them. Just brings a good perspective. So I like that. Chad B in the house. How you doing? Gotta go. Nice to see you, Centroid. Hope your year is going good. My year is going great. We're hitting spring, so hopefully it's that spring is treating you well. So, main concern, if you look above me right there, you'll see the Air Data logo. Nothing new. Air Data has been around a long time. Basically, it's just a source where you can look at your DJI data or any kind of they support Evo. What are the drones they support? They support a lot of different platforms. But they give you great information about your flights. I've always known they're there. It's something that I've needed to kind of push forward just because of some of my recent flights. Hey Don, how you doing? Doing a lot of experimentation with the Mavic Mini and the best way to get information so people will finally just stop bugging me. Just because I have fun when I'm flying, it doesn't mean I'm not flying responsibly. I am so sick of people in their policeman, sheriff attitude. I have never been approached by law enforcement. And when I have been approached by law enforcement, they're my friends. And they ask me, hey, how's your drone? Cool, man. What kind do you fly? Hey, I own a. Those are the kind of conversations I have. I have a very great, a very excellent relationship with the people around the landowners that I fly over, including public lands. So I stay clear of the airport. I don't need to go near it. So it's just, anyway. So it just I get sick of the naysayers and the people that are worried about me and are worried about the hobby. I'm worried about it too, but it's not me that's going to change the hobby. It's you that are going to change the hobby. It's people that basically make the rules so they're followable, okay? So they're palatable. Always my issue has been with any kind of rule is that they're fairly basically administered to all people and all things that are similar. So anyway, we're good. Hey, from the UK, we got a new user coming in here. Linnell 376. I have a Mavic Mini. Yeah, good. And guys, I'm gonna save you on here. I'm gonna actually give you a lot of facts, the facts that I've collected about the Mavic Mini. Guys, just by the way, I like the drone, and I'm not selling it. I have no intentions of selling it. I talk about that because I get a little upset. But I'm upset because I want it to do more. That's my big problem with it. But I think that might be a little unrealistic. I'm getting a lot of comments that I totally agree with. Guys, I agree with about 90% of the comments that come through on my flights. I'm getting really good feedback. Drone Ranger, all right, baby. Okay, he's on. Nice to see you. I saw you on Drone Worship's channel. He likes to go like right during my work time. So, and then when he gets on late, I'm never getting on then. But I support Dan and his 10K, and I really like the direction he's going. I appreciate his support too. He gives me a lot of support back. We feed off each other. He gives me some really good ideas, and I try to help whenever I can. But I'm trying to make the drone hobby fun. It is not about people are taking are taking something fun and turning it into something that's not fun, and we're going to eliminate the users. And if some people think that's great, that the hobby's just full of old guys that are about 60 that basically have no children, they're a bunch of empty nesters, that's just bullcrap. We've got to the drone hobby's full of photographers, young people that are adventurers. They're out in the wilderness. They're not going to fly over a freaking couple of circles in a farm field. And we got to keep it from going that way. We are the drone hobby is not fixed wing. We are not the same. We shouldn't be treated the same. I think the rules should be applied the same. But the fixed wing hobbyists are basically going from from a totally different standpoint. They're okay with basically flying their giant 4-quarter scale models, in an area of about 1,000 feet. I'm not okay with that because a lot of my targets that I want to take pictures of are much further away and they're harder to get to. And you have to expand the rules when you're in rugged terrain. I'm not talking about height, but distance. So anyway. But we're responsible. We fly fair. We're flying within as much of the rules as we see safe. And like I said, I had somebody ask me about the paraglider. I'm like, why would you be flying where there's a paraglider? Dingle nuts. Okay, that's all I'm going to call you right now, dude. I understand what people are doing in the areas I fly because I live there. It's my home. So if there's a paraglider and there's a paraglider basically base camp down below me, I have just as much right to fly in that area as he does. So what I need to do is just yield to him when he's flying in. And if you don't think I can see a paraglider, the freaking ginormous. Anyway, I'm just enough of that. I'm not even going to respond to some of those comments I'm getting. But anyway, so it's anyway. I welcome those folks in. So come on in, make your peace. I'm sick of the people that think that I don't fly without information, and that everybody that flies is perfectly honestly not making a single mistake. I had somebody ask me about what direction I flew when I came back from that hilltop flight. I have the data, by the way. Let me give you a little sneak peek right here. Bam, right there. There's the flight right there. So you want to know a little bit about that flight? right there, I am going to tell you about that flight right there. And we're going to get back to that thing. There is every ounce of statistics from that flight, direction, and I'll tell you everything that happened, because I'm so sick of hearing people that have no clue about what and how I do things. Guys, first of all, this little area here is very tight and compact. The place I was standing here, literally this peak here looks massively above me. When you look at the perspective from the camera, it looks low and flat. It is not. I am sitting inside of a very tight area of flying. So anyway, all right, let's see what some of the comments are saying here. Here we go. Dennis is on. Yes. So anybody that's on here agrees with me. Do I push it a little bit further out than most people? Am I okay with that? I am totally okay with that. And one of the things that I see from people is they claim that they're always flying within line of sight. Okay, I'm telling you right now, those people lie more than anybody I've ever seen. All those people they wear glasses. Okay, and when you have a little tiny gray drone and it goes probably 250 feet away from you, it's hard to see, okay? So most of us are flying, if you're flying at dusk, you can't see the thing. If you're flying in the sun, you can't see. So anyways, to me, it's about clear area. How clear are you? How well do you know the area? And if quite honestly, if I'm flying in an area where there's tall buildings, which I really would never do with this drone, I would think twice about doing anything but going up and coming straight down. So I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people fly over a city. I just wouldn't do it. I don't have those. I don't have that kind of guts, I guess. Hey, right. Crazy Patrick is in the house. Chris, some people are just born to criticize that. I'm good with that, because if you're on YouTube and you can't take criticism. But PD, yeah, and of course I stir up a little bit of controversy because I have fun. I'm out there. I'm reacting with humor to what I'm seeing. Guys, when most people see their drone do something funky, like what goes on in this picture right here, you see where this F is right there? I'm going to click on that F right there. And that F is basically saying max power load reached, okay? And then your drone freaking flashes that at you on your screen. So my immediate reaction to that specific warning is I'm just going to come home, or I didn't get a single wind warning from that flight, not one. And I had about 10 comments about wind. So I'm going to show you this entire flight. There is no wind warnings. I did have weather coming in, though. I was in between two weather systems, and it was very calm where I was standing, and that weather was coming through. One of the things I'd like you to do on that flight film, if you want to look at it, is watch the clouds. Just run the cursor across that video and watch how fast those clouds are moving. It's cool as crap, by the way. So anyway. But, hey, let's get off that page. Let's get back to you guys. All right, we'll come back to that flight in a little bit. I'm not going to waste it all right now. I'm not going to give you the freaking main ingredients. I'm not going to give you the main course yet, okay? All right, we have a little discussion first before we kiss, We have to do a little bit of hugging, okay? All right. Valentine's Day, guys. If you haven't run to the grocery store, if you haven't been to the gas station, quick, go get a rose, okay? All right. Let's see. I have a theory. Either your battery is okay, or you have some debris, grass, or hair wrapped around your... That's actually an interesting concept to think about there. PD, I replaced the motors. I do have a flight that I want to show you. Okay, this is what's happened since that last flight. A lot has happened. I did an MMU calibration. I did a full compass calibration before I flew yesterday. And I replaced every single prop. And yes, I did not get any warnings yesterday. I did not get any, let me see what that warning is called. I did not get any ESC warnings. Okay, and that's basically, it says that an ESC warning is... an ESC warning is not enough force. That definitely is. If you want to watch Steve Kautz's channel, I recommend it. Hold on. I got to answer this. It's Valentine's Day. Hold on. There you go. That was my sweetheart. Okay. All right. She's giving me directions, giving me orders. I had to listen. Okay. All right, guys. Hey, I should make this the love channel today. Guys, I've been married for 27 years, almost 27. So she still loves me. I had somebody comment one day that all drone guys are womanless geeks. So, hey, any womanless geeks on here with me today? Okay. Be proud. Hey, we got Ryan C. I know I muted you guys. I was talking to my wife. So, sorry, Ryan, I apologize for that. So, you're not muted anymore. Hopefully, maybe Dan will drop in. Okay, I hope he drops in. We can congratulate him for his 10K. But, all right, PD, yeah, I can lip read. Oh, man, who else is on there? I can read. Stop it, Dennis. Dennis's wife is in China, remember? We are all making sure, we all are praying to make sure that she is staying healthy, and hopefully everything, she's probably locked up inside some apartment building somewhere, some massive building with another couple million people, huh? You're temporarily womanless, but we won't be womanless very long, right? Dennis, when's your wife due back? Is she going to be? Is she going to stay? With their family? Is that? Hey, Ingolf. All right. Oh, he says, okay, bye. I saw it. What was that all about? I didn't know what that. I jumped in on a conversation, adding you there. New viewer just popped in right there. Yeah, and Dennis, I am totally thinking about you. You're another one of my due back on the 17th of June. Good. And I know she's concerned about her family, and I'm sure everybody is a little bit crazy. Patrick's got anyway, to finish, I'm terrible about finishing my sentences. Dennis, we all wish you well, and we wish your wife well and your family well, and I'm still looking forward to seeing you, but if something happens and you can't come see me, I will understand, so. But, guys, Dennis is supposed to come visit me this spring, and I'm excited if he can. So Crazy Patrick said he got the power dolphin. What the hell is a power dolphin? March 29th, baby. That's when Dennis is on the way. Let me tell you something. Me and Dennis are gonna have a good time. I'm really looking forward to that. He's a fun-loving, good time kind of guy, and he's gonna meet a little bit different personality than Dad Random. But I have the same kind of giddiness. I'm not afraid to put myself out there. Not afraid to enjoy my life, that kind of thing. And yes, hey Dennis. By the way, I am so enjoying flying the Mavic to Zoom, and that guy, and I don't know what anybody said about the smart controller, but the freaking smart controller is way cool. That's all I'm going to tell you. I am so loving that thing. My phone can be a phone, and that smart controller's got a big, huge 5-inch screen about this big. It's wider than my, let's see, it's about the same width of my phone. It gives me about a very similar picture as that. Plus it's programmable. I've already added air data to it, so it basically downlinks all my data into, and then I can view it. I can check all my videos through it, and I can hook an HDMI cable and hook it right to a TV. I can hook it right into my computer and take data off of it. It is so freaking cool. Kind of like a phone, I guess, huh? So yes, Dennis, in the video, that thing flies like an absolute champ. Dennis, I took it out, in the place that I flew this weekend. I took it out to the top of that hill. I buzzed around it, flew around the hill, came back, and then did it again, like 3 times. And I still had battery left. And let me tell you something, guys. There is a difference between a toy drone and a Mavic 2. And we have to understand, and that's kind of one of the messages today. Guys, the Mavic Mini, I'm sorry to say it, I'm going to say it, it's a toy. And I needed to come to grips with that because it'll help everybody who flies it. I love the Mini, but we have to fly it like it's a toy. It is not a long distance flight platform, but it is an amazing short distance video, I'll say drone, okay? I'm going to say a video camera drone. It is definitely the best of the low-cost camera drones out there. It just can't handle the distance stuff. It just can't. It's just not reliable out there. You need to have a short leash for it. And I know people have been saying that to me. Rein it in, Dad Random. Rein the Mini in. I don't want to. I want to see what it can do. So... yeah, it's a selfie drone, but it's a really good selfie drone. It is an amazing one, and I actually got a comment on one of the video. Remember when I did the video over the lake? If you haven't seen it, check it out. When I went and did the filters video. I still am getting comments about how good that video is. They said that is the best. And now remember, I had ND CPL filters on it. These are ND polarizers, so they're not just ND filters; they're also polarizers. And I agree. I took some video yesterday because I put a polarizer on my Mavic 2. And but I didn't put the ND. It didn't have an ND filter. It was just a polarizer. And I think it needs at least a 4 on it. So I'm going to actually permanently install on my Mavic 2 an ND4, and then I'm going to kind of look at how that does. So, God the Good One is on. Where's God the Good One? I haven't seen him forever. Holy crap. All right. And you want to see some fun on a channel? And you want to see a little bit of an interesting time. He's a gifted musician. I love his impromptu stuff that he does with his guitar. You could tell at one time he was an Ayatollah of rock and roller, and now he's just like everybody else, a YouTuber with the dream, man. You know. So hey, I'm glad to see you on there. If you haven't checked him out, check out God the Good One. Excellent channel. I actually have another friend of mine that I haven't been to in a long time. I am going to visit, Frozen Fury. So he does a lot of cover songs. Check out Frozen Fury. I really like his stuff too. So check those guys out. But they're different. It's not just your same old their drone stuff. I like music too. I'm kind of a Lena music. She usually pops in for a minute or two. Check her out. She does electronic synthesizing music, that kind of thing. I'm still rock. The Ayatollah of British rock and roller. God the Good One. So, yeah, good. A lot of people don't appreciate what it takes to finger a guitar. Okay. He's very dexterous. He's got a very good sound, a good touch. My stepdad is a musician. I grew up with a musician all my life, and he he's different. And it almost looks like Frozen when he's playing. It almost looks like he's faking it, and that's when you know he's good. So. But I'm sure he plays other instruments too, and I'm sure God the Good One, I'm sure he plays other ones. Most guitar players or people that have been in music a long time play many other instruments. They know how to play the bass, they play probably a keyboard, that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to shout you out because it's been a while since I've dropped in. I've just been busy. I got to get my drone stuff in action. I got to keep it together, man. Grow my channel because I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I also appreciate the fact that that I'm almost to 2K. I am 30 subs away from 2K already, and that's because I'm doing what I like to do, and I'm not listening to the haters tell me to do something else because they think I'm doing something that they have no idea how I'm doing. So let's see. I think being so light and small and cheap that it's a good drone. It's not. Yeah. I agree. Okay. I'm gonna be fair with you. I did say toy, and I know it's insulting to many people because we know what toys are like. Toys are. I'll show you one. That's a toy drone. Altitude hold. Okay. No GPS or anything like that. I'm thinking it's definitely on the border because could a photographer use that drone? Okay, here we go. Could somebody get their 107, buy a Mavic Mini, and then do like commercial photography for just general use? Absolutely. It would be a really small investment, and the camera is definitely good enough. It takes a ton of abuse. If you didn't notice, the gimbal on that camera has yet to have one problem. And the biggest problem of almost every drone that you buy is the freaking gimbal. So if that is a testament to what the Mavic Mini basically is, the gimbal is definitely a solid point. It has been solid, it is stable, and it takes a lot of movement. That drone really moves around. And to do what it does gyroscopically, to hold that gimbal is steady as it does, and the wind that buffets it is amazing. I apologize, I didn't get video of that flight. Sometimes you forget to push the video button. It was supposed to be a scout anyway. I was just going to scout the area. I was actually going to fly it twice that day, and I didn't. I got one flight out of it. So, all right. So sweet. It is 4 o'clock where I'm at, Central Time. It is Friday, and it is Valentine's Day. So Crazy Patrick, it says it's a new drone coming out. Let's see, channel next, Zoom. Let's see. Crazy Patrick said he's got what's the dolphin? Let's see. Well, I'm starting at a bottle of Clorox. What's freaking trying? What's that all about? We've been doing some heavy shout outs for you. Yeah, heck, what what's that? Let's see. I'll get that up there. Yeah. Let's see. Hold on here. Live chat. Let's see. He's going by live chat. I had it on freaking. Let's get that in. Yeah, I got to make sure I see what Ryan's been up to. I got to go back in the chat here. It says, I know every single lady that would like to chat. I know any single ladies that would like to chat online. Yeah, Ryan's kind of at that point right now. So, starting at a bottle of Clorox. Dude, man, you're going to chill, man. And yeah, Ryan's going through some tough times, man. And Ryan, I think, understands a little bit of what about little Daniel over there has got going through. And guys, if you have not been through tough times, that's how I can commiserate with people going through tough times. So I just have a really I try to keep lightheartedness when I deal with tough situations, and I deal with problems in life with humor. Some people get uptight, they freak out, and then that freaking out feeds on other things. I actually kind of, when things get tough, I get kind of focused in, and one of the things here. We'll get to that flight in just a second here. It says, what area do I fly, Don? Oh, let me say Don. Let me get Don on here. Don, I fly in southern Utah, in St. George area, in the St. George area. So if you're curious about the area that I'm in, it's St. George. Now I fly in Green Valley. And somebody actually made a comment on my Green Valley flight. That was the second to the last one where I fell behind the rock. That's interesting, that flight, because I got one error message, and I'm going to show you what that error message is. It's a data loss message. It's a let's see. It's a red message, and I don't get them all the time. And I'm noticing people are getting that. It's a data loss, and it basically is telling you that you have lost basically connection to the drone, but it doesn't. And you get a little bit of buffeting on your video. But you don't get an error message. It doesn't flash you an error message. It only comes in your air data. So air data is free. I suggest that you connect up your DJI account to air data. It's very helpful. Is anybody in here not on air data? Let's look at that way. But Don, I fly in a lot of areas in the St. George area. I fly wherever it's legal. I fly pretty much everywhere. I've flown in downtown. I've flown as close to the airport as I can. There's an area that I'd like to fly, but I've got to get authorization for it, and that's coming. So let's see here. Anybody familiar with air data that uses it on a regular basis? Let's see. Let's go back. Yeah. And Dennis is coming out. He'll enjoy it with me. Gimbal is awesome. I've tried blasting their mini around. Yes, I did it yesterday. PD, I freaking blasted my gimbal yesterday because I'm working my way out again. I'm trying to get confidence with it. I've got all the things that I was supposed to do fixed. Guys, I am running the new firmware. I'm running new battery firmware, and so far my batteries are fine. I'm getting a lot of battery. A lot of people that are asking me to check on those. That's why I'm flying out. Yesterday I didn't go beyond. I went to 60%. And the next flight, I'm going to go out to 40% battery, and then I'm going to get out to the 20%, keeping it within 1,000 feet in range. So, Steve tried out. It's helpful. It's free. So you go to airdata.com, and then you type in your DJI account information, and it will upload, and you push sync, and it will upload all of your flights that are in DJI up into AirData, and it will separate it by a craft. So you can look at each of your drones separately. My max power hour load was my props. Don, I'm looking for that because I did not get max power overload yesterday. And I'm going to show you the flight profile from yesterday. I buzzed all over the place. I flew out about 1,000 feet, turned around, and then, of course, another thing a lot of us are not accounting for, the antennas on that drone are horrible. There is definitely dead spots in the antennas on that. That needs to change. They need to get antennas on all 4 facets of that drone. There are dead spots when you turn, which make it very difficult when you get out about 1,000 feet or more, and that's probably one of the things that's affecting it. Jarrett 180, how you doing? Arizona? I'm in Utah, Jarrett. I'm in southern Utah, but I'm right there. I'm with you. I actually lived in Arizona for 9 years of my life. Do I understand? So Jarrett 180, me throw you on here. Appreciate you dropping in. I just added you as a moderator to check that you were here. If you have any questions, we have a lot of Mavic mini flyers here, and we all have a lot of really good experience with it. And some of us have, with the negative experiences, a lot of people understand that the negative experiences I get, how the frick do you learn about anything without negative experiences? How do you learn anything without failure? And the answer is nobody does. So let me be the failure and then look at what I'm seeing. Guys, I am willing to basically fly my drone to, with the area I live in. I have zero law enforcement issues. I fly basically to the edge of where I basically can fly, and I make sure that I stay off of basically people's heads. I stay away from big buildings, and if I do fly it anywhere, it's going to fly into a rock. And most people, like I said, do not understand when you look out into the mesas that I live in, the terrain. The elevation changes from where I'm standing to the high point can be literally hundreds of feet, which limits air traffic to where it can fly. The only thing that can fly low like this is occasionally you'll get a motorized kite. And those people basically fly from places that I know. So people don't fly motorized kites out in the middle of nowhere unless there's a road to it or it's basically got some kind of service, because those people are afraid if they do crash that they can get help. So anyways, they stay in a very tight area. So. There's no growth without strife, and Jarrett, that is the fact. So, and we're not saying, and this is the other comment I keep getting, is that what you're doing is encouraging other people to do stupid crap, and I am not the freaking savior of other people's behavior. And you have to understand, and I make sure that every time I get on a live stream, I tell you a bunch of things about the way I fly. I fly in a remote area. I fly in an area. Guys, I have not seen another drone in the area I've flown in probably 6 months, maybe 8 months. The last drone I saw, I just quickly was passing by the area that I was flying yesterday, and somebody had put their drone up, probably a tourist. It looked like a Mavic Air. And That was the first time I've seen one. And there was a kid that was flying his Phantom over our neighborhood for a while, because my dog would tell me when the Phantom was coming. So, yeah, I know. Hey, Jared, I understand. But some of the trolls are not trolls. They're old men. They're people that are worried about the hobby. A lot of them are AMA flyers. So, guys, I'm telling you right now, I am taking my Mavic Pro. Now, it won't be this weekend. It'll probably be next weekend. And I'm going to the AMA field with my $2,000 drone, and I'm going to fly in freaking circles for you so I look safe. And everybody's freaking happy. I'm really sick of hearing that. Yay, I'm a photographer flying around in a circle, listening to old guys complain about my drone. Why do I want that? Plus, I don't want to take pictures of your, maybe I do. Maybe you do have something cool. Fly your freaking P-51 Mustang out there. I want to see it, actually. Guys, believe it or not, I love airplanes, period. But we're not the same people. We're different. The AMA crowd is a different crowd than the drone crowd. And it's just like any other hobby. There are different variants and facets of it. I am a photographer adventurer. I do not want to be stuck in a freaking cage to fly my drone. I need to fly where crap there is to see. So there it is, okay? I don't need help to do stupid things. I got that down. You know what I love about you guys? You're all willing to basically admit that you're human. And some people are not willing to admit they're human on these channels. They get on, they make comments that they don't back up. So today I'm freaking backing up my comments. I'm backing up my flight. So here we go. Let's look at this thing. All right. So I'm just going to look briefly at it so you can see it. And then I'm going to show you another flight that's different, okay? So just really quickly, guys, I just want to look at this flight right here. This is this flight, and a lot of you guys are familiar with what happened, and I can walk you right through it. I take off, okay? And my goal is to hover over this area here. This is called T-Bone Hill for obvious reasons. It looks like a freaking T-bone, okay? It's a volcanic formation. This tip right here where the F is, I'm going to go ahead and just blow it up here, is an area that I call Mount Suribachi because we have an American flag basically planted on top of it. And I like to fly there because I like to see the American flag in my video. And I noticed that when I flew my Mini over there, the flag's down, so I'm replacing it. So I'm going to have to make the hike anyway over there, which is, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Mavic Mini and do some quick shots. That'd be kind of fun with the flag in the middle. That'd be fun. But here's my first error right there. Aircraft max power load reach. Decrease altitude and fly with caution. If this issue persists, land immediately. Code 30168. This is not one that's uncommon, okay? And it's not uncommon with what I'm hearing is people with bad props. When I felt my props, and I've been in some altercations with them, in almost every drone I own, including my Anafi, these props are in good shape. But what I'm thinking is, and what a lot of people are thinking is that these props that are stock on these drones are not the same as the replacement props. They have possibly a slightly different pitch, but we can't verify that. The other thing is that the ESCs and the motors are very delicate, and any kind of prop angle changes requires that motor to spin up faster than it needs to. So what they need to do is put a more aggressive prop on the Mavic Mini so we won't get those errors. So they got that thing so dialed in. Basically, they've got that prop so dialed in that if it changes just slightly its aerodynamics, you get an error that it's spinning up too fast and that it's not getting lift is what's happening. So it's, Crazy Patrick, I'm a content creator. I'm an artist that likes drones. Thank you, Crazy Patrick. Let me tell you something. Guys, if you don't know who Patrick, okay, from Sweden, I am Patrick from Sweden! I love that, okay? I love your freaking scruffy beard and your freaking cool hats and all that stuff. I love your playful attitude. I love you take responsibility for what you do. So do I. I just want to know why. I'm not saying that DJI is at fault. I need to, if they do, but think about this. If they do have a prop that's this delicate, shouldn't they say something to the users of the Mavic Mini that these props need to be absolutely perfect? Of course they're not going to say that. But what's happening is people like Stephen Kautz, who are doing some research, there's others, I apologize if I'm missing names, that these people we're doing that. We're making those experiments happen. So the tens of thousands of people, which is basically what's happening. We have tens of thousands of people that own Mavic Minis already, and there's more coming because this drone is a good drone. Because in all intents and purpose, in all reality, this drone is successful. I'm not beating it up for that. I'm only beating up for the fact that I'm getting way more. It's way more delicate than any drone I've ever flown. That includes some toy drones. I have flown toy drones with fewer error messages and problems because the toy drone doesn't tell you. This thing is technically a smart drone, and it gives you all that information. But quite honestly, a lot of us can't handle all that information. And when we get it, we don't know what the hell it means. So there's people like us that really don't either. And what we're doing is researching it, trying to figure out what it means. So people like Dan Drone Worship, okay, who I look up to very highly, who's basically looking at the same problems as I am. People like Stephen Kautz and Dennis Lovelady, if he'd freaking give us some info, okay. Says I only fly my drones at the airport. I never see another drone either. Oh, anyway, enough of the freaking preaching, Dad Random. Let's look at this flight a little bit more. All right, let's check it out. All right, so there's my first error right there. I had a nice smooth flight all the way to the top. And guys, I hovered there for about 3 minutes, okay? So right there, the rest of this, and look, we got a blue battery. I'm not getting any bad battery warnings. Shouldn't that battery say, hey, you got a bad cell? It's blue. It's telling me it's okay. And then I get this error message. So immediately I go into, oh crap, Dad Random's gonna have to take a hike mode. And a lot of people are going, well, why didn't you turn the right direction right away? My focus when that drone was flying was down at my FPV screen because I was looking at the ground going, where am I going to land it? I wasn't looking at what direction I'm going to fly. I knew I was kind of going backwards. I was going towards the road, which I knew was the direction I was going. I was flying towards the road. I was just flying towards the wrong target on the road. When I'm from the angle I was looking at, I could see a group of buildings, and those buildings are on the golf course that was across from me. And there is an opening that goes to that golf course. I mistook that opening going to the golf course for the opening I was standing in. And then when I got about 3,000 feet away, I went, that's the wrong opening. So I was flying towards an opening I thought was the opening that I was standing in, not looking at the distance. And then when I finally noticed that, and guys, it took me 3,000 feet knowing that I wasn't going closer. I was like, why am I not getting closer? And then I started looking, that's when the data hits me. And I'm like, oh crap. I hit return to home. Here it is, okay? Total, this is my thought. Look, we got a clear flight path, don't we? Bam, nothing happening, nothing bad. Okay, there I crossed the trail. Remember I told you I knew the path, I crossed that path. That's when I started to get worried. I'm like, uh-oh, that's the path going away from me. This is where the crap hits the fan right here, guys. At 50% battery, I turn. I put it in return to home. This is where this error message pops up. Not enough force, ESC error. Why am I getting the prop error there when I push return to home? Why shouldn't I get it earlier in my flight? Okay, you don't think I'm thinking about this. And I'm sick of people basically that know crap, nothing. They've never put the data to work. And they're just making a bunch of bullcrap comments. Okay, and you know, I might look silly when I'm down there. Guys, I'm an educator. I've been teaching now for 27 years, for almost all of the years I've been married, 27 years, okay? And I think logically about things. And when I got to that point, I'm like, okay, it's okay. I'm still not that far away, guys. I'm not worried about the hike. It's not the same place I was before. But I'm worried. I'm crying, why am I getting this error message? And immediately when I hit return to home, I'm at 50% battery. That thing should turn around. I've got it set for 100 feet. Guys, it says my altitude is 243, okay? It says my return home, so I'm at 243 feet. It starts to rise, and then I get the not enough force ESC error. Now it's not just one, guys. If you look at the data chart, I'm going to go down below here. Okay, it says ESC error right here, and it repeats it 6 times. And then, as I'm trying to keep that thing flying, it repeats it another, let's see, max power load reached, and then I get another ESC force, and it repeats it 50 times. And during that time, I am fighting to keep altitude, and the drone is trying to land. Okay, and that's where this part of the flight is going on right here, as I'm flying this direction. Okay, and it is basically coming down, and I know it, and I'm pushing it forward. It doesn't want to go forward. Now, the only thing I don't have here is stick commands, and this is where people piss me off again, because they're telling me I'm trying to force land my drone. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, I'm like every other human being in this world. I am trying to keep that drone flying, and I want to make it home. I want it to land right there. Okay, so I'm flying it back. And you can tell that I'm flying manually this whole time back, because I'm trying to keep it aloft. And you can see I'm trying to course correct here. It's basically wanting to go straight down. I get it back up, course correct, and this is I'm getting those errors. So this whole entire part of the flight, not enough force, ESC error, and then finally at the very end, I'm at 40% battery, guys, when this is going on. I've only lost 10% battery as I'm trying to recover the drone. Okay, so 10% battery. And bang, there's all those errors right there, right before it goes down finally and makes its final crash right there. It basically lands into the sagebrush right there. Not enough force, and then right here, I changed to sport mode. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put some force in here. And you don't think I'm thinking here. I'm still at 40% battery, and I'm in sport mode, out of return to home, and this is where she plants it right here. Motor is blocked. That means she hit basically some sagebrush. Now those props were now not any good. So, all right, okay. I did see that in a video that return to home will take it out of sport mode and put it in P mode. So with the wind, I had no wind. Do you want to see the wind? Oh, guys, it's like we're talking like a breeze, and I'm literally when I'm fighting with the drone at this point, I'm basically fighting not with the speed of it. I'm just fighting with the drone wanting to land. If you watch the video as I'm like walking out to go retrieve it, there is no wind whatsoever. Now there is wind coming in. Now at altitude, there's probably wind. Okay, this does give you weather details as well, and it basically goes. But this is there's a it says right there 13.8 miles an hour. I had 10-mile visibility, 37% humidity. It says 49. It was about 50 degrees. Now, the 50 degrees was happening because the temperature was dropping. Maybe the temperature drop had an effect on it. And the wind direction was this direction. So now, this direction here corresponds with the direction I'm flying. Okay? Check this out. Let's go back to the general view again. All right. So if the wind is going basically, let's see if I can draw it out from here to here. This is the direction of the wind, okay? from here to here, that direction. I'm actually getting wind aid going that way. I'm flying kind of, the wind is coming this direction here, and I'm basically getting wind, a little bit of wind aid. It's actually blowing me home. And if I would have been flying where I was supposed to be flying, basically up here at the top of the hill this direction, I would have been blown home, according to the wind right here. So anyways, we got in-flight wind, and you got a wind map and everything. Guys, this app is kick butt. So, and do you see up top right there? There's up there. It says, "No, I am not selling my Mavic Mini." So, all right. Okay, there it is. There's my rant, guys, on that flight. Here's my latest flight. Let me show you this one. This one happened yesterday. So, of course, look, we have 59 degrees. We have a 5-mile-an-hour wind yesterday. Okay, I like that. Isn't that cool to know all this information? Let's go to the general look. Let's go to, let's see, details. Let's go to details. Notifications, so we get all the notifications. There we go. So this was the path that I flew yesterday. Let's let that, I'm sharing my screen right now so you can see that. I'm going to blow that up. So that's yesterday's flight, and that'll come off just a minute. Just give it a second to come off there. Oops, it doesn't want to. All right. So basically, I only burned about 60% of my battery on that. Let me just get my big head out of the way here. Hold on here. Let's get there we go. There we go. Now we got a map right there. So that was my flight yesterday. And you can see there were no warnings, okay? Now, there was one warning. And I did get a signal block warning, okay? But remember, MMU calibration, I did a full compass calibration on site. Let's see, why was your Mavic Mini going nowhere during the last couple minutes? Because it was not going anywhere. I was fighting with it moving up. You're correct. It was moving though. We have movement, don't we? Let's see. Well, okay, part of that, you understand, part of the flight log is basically the Mavic Mini sitting there disconnected, I believe. I might be wrong, PD. So check that out and let me know what I don't know. That would be interesting, okay? But yeah, go ahead and I can actually share that. PD, if you ever want me to share that flight log directly, I'd be glad to email it to you, okay? So you're welcome to have that. Anybody here that wants me to basically give you a copy of that, go and email dad.random70 at gmail.com, and just go down into the to the description, or go to my site header, and then send me that, and I will be glad to send you any of the details of any of these flights. I would be glad to share those. But this is a good flight. I just wanted everybody to see a successful flight. It was very short. Let's look at the log file for it. I apologize for it doing that. It just does that. It just wants to tell me that I've got somebody creeping in on my freaking site here. You see, I did get 2 warnings right there. Oh no, this is my. This is not a Mavic Mini. This is my Mavic 2. Sorry, braking warning. I know when I see a braking warning, it's a Mavic 2 flight. Sorry. It's this one right here. It's this flight right there. It is. That's the mini flight right there. Sorry about that. So yeah, that was. So this is the mini flight right here. There is my error message right there. Remote controller disconnected from aircraft. Guys, that is at a distance of 1,300 feet. I got a remote controller disconnect. How can that be good? And this is a craft that has been totally, pretty much firmware updated, revamped, new props, MMU calibration, anything I could do as a user. Bird in the hand ticking off. See you later. All right, man. But hey, Emma or Mrs. Mel, 269, how you doing? Let's say hi to you. Bird in the hand. Later Z's, Dennis. All right, let's say I got to make sure we say hi to there. I apologize for not. I've been ranting, but this is about these flights. We're supposed to be learning about the Mini right now, right? But this is the length of that flight. It was like 7.5 minutes. There's the altitudes. It was a hand launch flight. I wanted to make sure that I did everything similar to other flights that I've taken. Let's see, it says here, setting new, let's see, I have this is recorder file index is 62, set maximum flight altitude to 500. Oh, no, I did. That's when I changed all my my altitude. I had to do that because it reset all of my settings. I had to do that to go in there and reset that. But I took off. I went to P mode, flew around. Then I switched to S mode, and I decided to have a little fun in S mode. And you'll see this stuff over here is all in S mode right here. I wanted to really push it and just buzz it around like I was at the AMA field. There you go. And everything worked good. I didn't get any overpower warnings. I didn't get any ESC warnings. New props. So, all right, I'm gonna stop right there. Let's see. Could cable from controller to phone be bad? Yeah, I've actually used different cables. You're correct. I could. Thank you, Don. That's actually a really good. Fish, Ryan. That could be a really good, observation. I'll check that. Maybe my cable is getting loose inside the phone. That is also a possibility. So, all right, Ryan, flying Ryan. All right. Okay, Tim Bragg. What golf course is close by? I was out there, Scottsdale, recently. I'm not in Arizona, so. I'm not in Arizona. I am in Utah. But we have 9 golf courses. So, yeah, you're welcome to come golf here. Dixie Red Hills is a fun little course right next to where I'm at. You can go to Brook. I would go out to Sunbrook Golf Course. That's kind of pretty over there. That's where I fly a little bit. Another golf course over here I really like. You can go to Green Springs. That's a really nice golf course. There's also a nice one out by the reservoir out by I forget what the name of that golf course is out there. There's a couple of them out there. We've got a lot of golf courses, guys. We're full of old people and retired people. Plenty of golf around here. Dixie Red Hills is kind of fun. It's just a little course, little executive course, just fun. But if you really want to tee it off, I would go to the Ledges up north. The Ledges is big, dude. That's a big course. You can hit some really long holes there. And if you want to fly a drone while you're playing golf, you can do that there. And the views from up there are absolutely spectacular. If you want to bring your drone golfing, Mavic Mini, perfect opportunity. That would be the perfect thing. Put it in like follow mode and just drive your golf course. Anyway. Yes, Utah, southern Utah though, but not very far. Not very far. You're about 4 hours away from me, 4.5 hours. So it's a little bit of a jaunt. All right, guys. Let's see. Any of my distance flights? You want to see that? Let's see if I can find the one from. That was way back in January. That was a night. That was the evening flight there. That one there is let's see, distance flight. Let's see here. There's no. Yeah, look at those. Those are pretty clean flights. That's not a flight at all. I'm trying to find that. Oh, that's the here, guys. Here's the altitude flight. Here's the high altitude flight. Look at how clean that flight was. So the drone, the Mini has no problem going up. Right here. This is the only one I got right here. Weak signal. Oh no, crap! It's freaking above me. So yeah, that was a clean flight, guys. That was, and look at that. I flew it all the way down, guys. Now, this is after the distant flights, okay? So if I had a bad battery, this wasn't the bad one, because look at where I finish. Right there, red, 30%. I don't see any red battery in any of my flights other than this one, okay? And then the one, of course, that's, you know, forever long. Let me see if I can go back to find that one. I'm trying to find the real long, I must, oh, is that it there? No, let's see, which one is that? I'm trying to remember. No, that's not it. That's flying for fun. See, this is mixing up all my Mavic flights in there too, so I need to be able to, yeah, that's here. Oh, here we go. This goes back a little bit further. Let's see, January 2nd. Oh, that's a baseball field flight. Let's go back a little bit. Come on, where is she? There it is, boys. That is the flight from hell right there. All righty, there is, want to see the list of stuff that went on there? There you go, baby. That's the 21,000 foot flight right there. So, critical low battery, aircraft return to home. Battery cells under volt. I have never seen an under voltage warning, only on that distance flight, and it makes sense there. No prop warnings, no nothing. This is before the firmware update. I would rather have this profile than that firmware update we got, because we didn't need whatever they did, because the drone was working fine. And then they gave us the firmware update. I mean, this is where the battery level got, I mean, maybe that's where you're saying I got my bad battery. So, all right, that's it. That's enough of this. The stream is getting freaking sad. So it's back in Valentine's mode, gentlemen. Here we go, Valentine's mode. So to sum it up, what do you, let's see, what about the issue with the battery warning at 73%? That one, oh, so that was the last flight? Holy crap, let me just look at that. Let's see, 73%. Oh, that was when I don't know if you remember that. That was where we were getting these battery, let's see, what does it say? I know exactly what you're saying. Right there, 70, let's see, 90. Now, this is not showing that. We were getting a warning at about 60%, and that was a flight that was before this one. I'd have to go back to December 22nd or 24th. This flight right here. All right, let me just show you this flight here. And this is full of warnings, but I didn't go over, I only went, this is an 8,000 foot, 8,000 out and 8,000 back. This one, I made it back. And I was getting, let's see, aircraft high interference environment. That is true, by the way. That's another mistake there. But yeah, this does not give us the battery. It's I forget the over battery warning that we were getting. It's not on here. It's not showing up. I'm getting strong wind, high interference, which totally makes sense. It's almost like they erased it from our logs. So we'll see. But how can this be? It can't. I have, okay, just to make you feel at ease, I am not fearful of my batteries at all. I just don't. I'm not afraid of that being the problem. I'm going to go ahead and fly all three batteries. I've got one that's powered down now. I'm going to fly the other two to verify the fact that I don't believe I have a battery issue like I think people are telling me, and I'll let you know if I do. Okay, the other issue that came up was interference. Yes, I've gotten 2 interference warnings, and both of them were in an interference environment. One, I had a power line just below my controller. Yes, it did pick up the power line interference. The other one is when I'm flying next to the substation. It's telling me I am in a high interference environment, but it only told me that like one time. So that's interesting. But where the direction that I'm flying, so the electromagnetic interference must be large. So I'm not flying there anymore. So, all right. Whew. Guys, I need to get a drink because I'm done rambling. Let's sum it up. Guys, the Mini is a tough platform. It is at the edge, if we don't want to insult anybody, of toy drone quality. It does not have the robustness even of the Spark, and we know that. If you've flown the DJI Spark, you know that the Spark has a more solid architecture to it. It has a more solid flight characteristic to it, and it is built with a little more robustness. Now, now that said, the camera on it blows. It had a crappy camera with a substandard gimbal. That's where the Mini basically shines. Now, if we could get the flight characteristics of the Spark and put that into the Mini with that camera, you have got probably a Spark 2, I'm guessing. So, see ya. Hey, Ms. Mel 269, if you have not checked that stream out, remember this is for drone users, and if you love drones, you're in the right spot. I'm out of here, man. Have a good one. Hey, Ryan, I totally appreciate. Ryan, did I bore the crap out of you? Okay, did I bore the crap out of you, Ryan? Please answer that question. Remember, we are basically looking for retribution today. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody knows I'm sane, right? Crazy Patrick? You're sane too. You're a logical, breathing human being. Ryan, I love you, man. I appreciate you being on. Give some of my love. Let's see. Hope to see y'all. Love you. Yeah, thank you very much. And we will definitely be frequenting drone worship. And if you look at me, that right there, that guy right over there, just hit 10,000, 10K. Just the other day, and we're proud of him because he's been working hard at that. Guys, getting to 10K is a freaking chore. It does not happen. You have to constantly keep putting out content. He has over 1,000 videos out. And it's, guys, that is a lot of time. So, yeah, let me go to the main. Let me go to my main here. Let's go down there, pop that on there. There we go. Now we can see Dan down there, drone worship. So I want to make sure I shout him out again. He has been very helpful to me, helping me grow, helping me think about the way I do, basically what I do. And I think one of the things that's really important as far as YouTube is staying to who you are. Make sure when you're putting out content that you're not trying to be, Casey Neistat, because I love his stuff, but I can't be him. He's just a very talented movie maker. He's got an interesting, quirky personality, but you have to take whoever you are, your quirky personality, and turn it into your channel. I've had people tell me, Les, talk, bullcrap. I'm going to talk because that's what I do. I've had people tell me, stop putting the music in, bullcrap. I'm going to put music in where I want to put it in. People like the music. People like what I have to say. And if you don't like either of those things, there's a lot of channels out there, but I want you to stay with me. That's not the case. So stay with me, stay with this channel. You're going to learn something. You're going to have fun. So, and that's really one of the messages that I want people to basically have is that if you're going to come to my channel, you're going to come and you're going to have fun. When we go out and fly the drone, something's going to happen when we say we're just like showing off a product or we're doing a review of something. Something fun is going to happen. If it doesn't happen, I don't want the freaking video to be up there. If my dog Steve isn't sitting behind me, there's Steve right there. Oop, right there. Oop, no, other side, right there. That's Steve right there. And I got to get Steve back. I had people like leave me because Steve left. So I had somebody comment, what's with this guy wandering around the desert with this dog? It's because this guy is Dad Random. So I'm going to get back up to the trail. The trail is reopened. I'm going to get back up to Anasazi Ridge. And when Dennis gets here, I'm taking him up there, and we're flying, man. We're flying Anasazi Ridge together. It's my favorite flying spot. You got perfect Wi-Fi up there, and you got miles and miles of flight area that you can just amazingly take your drones. So, yep. Yep, it says, you get out of his way, let him do what he does, baby. All right, so Big Dan, congratulations. Let's think about how we're going to close this up. I didn't see Skang show up today. No Scotty, no Nicodani. Okay. I did have PD. PD, the sheriff of Nottingham, has been here. So, Nottingham, UK. Should we just say Nottingham, England? Why should we even say UK? Isn't it just England anyway? Isn't it just the dominant English? Scotty would have something to say about that. From Scotland. He says, there are more people than just English. We've got Welsh people here. We've got the Scots. All right. We got some French ones, huh? We got some Normans there? All right. We got some crazy Patrick Swedish there because the Normans, what they call them there, they were called let's see, what is the group of people that, they were called the Danes that ran England for a long time. And Crazy Patrick, the Danes were powerful, weren't they? They are making out. Who's making out? Who's making out? Old fart in a GoPro? We have Yorkshire people here in the house. Hey, I'm going to write that down. I didn't know that. I didn't know you were Yorkshire. All right, I'm writing you guys down because I like to know the different places you're from. Because when I go visit, I know where I'm going to visit. Yep, I'm going to come to your house and you're like, holy crap, who's this crazy freaking guy at my front door? It's going to be, so we got old fart and a drone there. I write you guys down so I know who the heck you are. Yorkshire pudding in the house. All right, thank you. Thanks for shouting it out, and we'll shout you back out to you. Cornwall people in the house. Bird in the hand, writing him down. Bird in the hand. I know for a fact I've been to your channel, Bird in the Hand. I know I have. You've been around for a long time. I'm almost sure of that. That's Cornwall. All right. All right. The Cornish people, right? Is that what you say? I am Cornish. Mate. And if you say mate, you're from Australia. I've usually had some New Zealanders that pop in once in a while, too. Sorry I'm late. Ridge Flyer 32. Hey, Ridge Flyer, check out the video. I went over the flight. So, and if you do have some comments about what I said, and if you do see something I did not add to it, there's a lot of questions about certain things in there. And some of those things I can't answer because I don't know. All I can say is what I was doing made sense to me. And some of the things are starting to make sense that are fixing this drone. So right now we've got this prop thing, and it makes 0 sense that a 5-cent prop is going to take down our $500 drones, guys. And I think that's a problem, and I think DJI, you need to think about what you're going to do as far as information. Are we going to spread the information, or are you going to spread the information? Because props matter. And if props matter, then we need to be able to use that information. And what Steve Couts was saying was that, hey, keep fresh props on. So if we're going to have to keep fresh props on all the time, bring those freaking prop prices down. Because literally, we're going to be using them like every other flight. Because if you hit a blade of grass with those props, it literally wrecks them. So. Paul Palumbo, good evening from Northern Ontario. Hey, all right, I went to school with Frank Palumbo. There you go. Wonder if he's related to you. By the way, Frank Palumbo, I lived in Minnesota, and and we're very close to Canada, so I wouldn't be surprised if the Palumbo family didn't come across the border. So, all right. Palumbo, you are in the house, and you are now on my moderator list. Paul, we've just got done with the discussion. If you want to look back in the stream, in the chat, we just got over looking at this data here. I'm going to quickly just jump back over we were looking at some flight data on air data. So you need to check out air data. Air data was basically suggested to me by that guy right there. And there's other people that have suggested look at the data, but there's different places you can go to other than air data to get your log information. Air data just makes it really easy, and it hooks directly up to your phone. So so I fly my Mavic Mini. Right there is the air data apps right there. I click on air data, and is my flight right there. In profile. Hold on here. I'm going to get it going. I'm going to find it there. Come on, come on. Oh, it's hard to look at a screen, man. All right, get it right there. Turn it. Yeah, it's totally is getting flared out. Not going to happen. Anyway, it's on there. And the other one is HD Sync. HD Sync syncs the information from your phone quickly, too, and you can go sync now, and it syncs all that stuff. I believe you can also fly live, and it will give you live updates. That's what I'm going to check on next. It basically gives you live flight updates and live messages that are a little bit more detailed than the ones DJI gives you. That was, of course, what I was told. So, all right. So check out air data here. Let me just poke. Okay, hold on here. I'm gonna put the air data site up. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna take this right here. Oh yeah, I can save that. By the way, I can give you I can share this file with you too. This isn't the file that I did. This was one of the earlier files, but if you want to have the flight in question that we've been talking about, that's this flight here. But here, let me just give you the Air Data website. I'm just going to type it in, airdata.com, and I'll go ahead and give that to you guys. Let's see, I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste that into here. And you guys will basically have access to that. Just go check out that URL right there, airdata.com. It'll take you right there. It says fly with confidence here. Let me show you what that looks like. Let's go to the display main right there, fly with confidence. And a lot of people know about this site, but it's free. You can pay for an upgraded version. It gives you weather information. It tells you, like, for example, what the weather is at altitude, what the winds are like that your drone is experiencing compared to what you're experiencing on the ground, which would be very helpful. So there you go. Crazy Patrick. All right. So let's see. We got live chat still going on. Let's see how. Got anybody around here? Let's just double check here. We got going on here. All right. Oh yeah, we got a whole bunch of. We got My Little Hobby was basically in there. We got a whole bunch of people there. Paul. We got Ridge Flyer. Ferro Let is on. So a bunch of you guys are still on there, probably just checking it out. All right. And guys, make sure that you support my channel. I would appreciate if you do support it. I always accept small donations. Thank you very much. Because guys. My wife doesn't let me do this for free, okay? She basically is, and guys, since it is Valentine's Day, this is what I want everybody to do. Guys, I want you to go and give your wife a kiss and go, thank you, honey, for letting me be me and fly my drone, letting me be the geek that I really am, and allowing me to fly my drone. Thank you, sweetheart, from the bottom of my heart. Give her a big kiss. Give her a hug, and then leave her alone. Because that's what she wants you to do with your drone. Leave her alone. You wonder why she's letting you fly that drone. All right. So anyways, a lot of fun, guys. So yeah, appreciate those young ladies that have been supporting your drone habit, your drone hobby. And if you don't have a young lady, go find one that likes a drone. There's actually a few drone flyers out there that are actually pretty cool. One of them is from Ireland, and I forget what is her name. The drone lady. Oh, I can't even remember. I hate this when I can't remember. Hold on, let me see if I can find her URL here. Hold on here. There's Drone Worship right there. Let's put the Drone Lady. I think she's from Ireland. Drone Lady. Let's see, lady, and guys, drone ladies are few and far between for sure. Let's see if this is her. I don't know. Lady Drone. I don't know. I think I've got the wrong. Oh, women who drone who drone reviews the Mavic Mini. Oh, women who drone. Holy crap! I don't even know that one. I'm gonna quick subscribe to her right now. There we go. There's a woman who drones. She probably get a gazillion followers in like 2 seconds. You want to get in a business where you'll get a whole bunch of followers quick. Be a lady and fly drones. So hey there she is, lady who drones. Here we go. It's Ella Sophia. So here we go. Let's check her out right there. Let me throw her up on my display main right there. So yeah, how many followers? Yeah, let's see. She's probably got a gazillion followers too. Let me double check here. Let's see. Subscribe. Well, of course we're going to subscribe to her. Let's see. She's only got 215 subscriptions. She now has the endorsement of drone. Of Valentine's Day. All right. Okay, about 5 o'clock. It's time, guys. I told you it's Valentine's Day. I got to get home. I've got to go and we're going to go out and get some food and enjoy our evening. I'm traveling tomorrow, so we're going to go out and get on the road. And I'm going to throw my Mini in the car with me. Probably won't take my Mavic. Maybe I will. I'll take my Mavic with me. I'm always afraid, you know. I don't. If I bring the Mavic, I might not fly them. If I bring the Mavic 2, I probably won't fly my Mini. It's just too tempting. Oh man! Now I'm going to bring the Mini. The Mini needs flights. It needs to be validated, doesn't it? So, all righty. All right, here we go. Let's go to my channel here. Yes, I'm still there. Okay.
A broken website isn't always that
There's
obvious. Use
so,
the SEM rush.
I didn't even check to make sure everything was good. Oh yeah, we're good. All right, so there we go. All right, so we're done with that. So guys, I am going to I want to cut it. It is time. It is that time of the day. It is that time of the night. It is that time. It is the time where we have to start thinking about going home. And instead of going out with chill music, okay, this right here is my chill stream. Let's see, there's my chill music right there. Let's go out with a little bit of energy right there. Yeah, okay. Let's go out with that right there. All right. And I'd like to say goodbye. Of course, remember, love that woman because she's going to basically take care of you. She's going to help you through this drone habit that you have. And of course, remember, she wants you to fly that drone because you're staying out of her hair. And don't be like that over there. Don't be afraid of drones. All right, guys, thank you. I appreciate it. Guys, I love every one of you guys, not just because you guys watched my stream today, but because you love the same thing I love, and we have the same interests. Have a great day, Crazy Patrick. You were always with me to the end. So loving that. Bird in the Hand, rock on. Yeah, we got a little bit here. Turn that opening music down a little bit. Here's my little rock stream right there. Guys, that's all YouTube music. If you want to grab it, it's all free stuff. Thank you, Don. I really appreciate that little super chat right there. Every little bit helps. It does matter. I mean, you get a couple of 5s and you end up basically getting a 10 or a 15, and you turn into it turns into an accessory that I throw into your. Guys, I spend so much money on drones. If I get $5, I'm going to use every ounce of it, and you know it. And I know some of us don't have money to throw around, and that's okay. I don't mind that. I appreciate you just dropping in and enjoying the hobby with me. So thank you very much. Thank you, Paul. We got we got new users. We got Bird in the Hand. Of course, I know you've been with me for Cornwall because I know for a fact I remember your channel. Old Fart and a Drone. I know you've been around. That's Yorkshire Pudding. Okay. And dang it, Scotty Skang didn't show up today, but Crazy Patrick did. So he made up for it. Thank you, guys. Have a great night. Guys, have a fun time flying, guys. Remember, It's always a good day to fly for fun, and it's not always a good day. I'm not gonna say that because that's somebody else's calling card, and we're not gonna say their name. It's like Voldemort. Okay, guys, have a great one. Love you guys. Remember, Air Data. I don't sponsor them. I just like their product. It's a very helpful product, and it's gonna make your flying a little more scientific. It's not this seat of the pants stuff. And yes, I am a scientist. I'm a crazy scientist, right, Patrick? All right. Drone girls, yes, fair art that. Oh, we got to add you. I thought I had you on my moderator list. Add moderator, we got you. All right. Rick, why in the hell are you not freaking moderated? What the heck? I don't unmoderate people. Okay, all right. We added John there. Hey, see you later, Rick. I appreciate you, Rick. I'm good for the hobby. Please, everybody that's around. My ex broke up in part due to my drone. Are sick of me flying all the time. Oh gosh, really? You'd think that she just gets you out of her hair. My wife, she does get a little bit concerned about it at times, but I hope she understands that it's helpful. I enjoy it, and you have to make sure that you leave things in balance. That's why I got to get out of here, guys. Keeping life in balance. Normally I go to 5:30, but I'm out of here. Time to see my daughter, Amelia, and her channel. Hold on, crap. Her channel is usually right there. Amelia, right there. That's Amelia right there. She's awesome. She's my daughter. She has a little channel. She's kind of too busy with school right now. And that's my dog, Steve. And later, and guys, and bye.